All right, and we are recording. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, this is. I forget which episode of the Punkcast this is. This is the second one I had a guest on. This is the friend Fraz. Uh,
Hello.
yeah. From good old 9v9T public Discord. We're here to talk
Oh,
about Glory
so
Hammer.
I thought I was supposed
You
to
can
keep
introduce
quiet
yourself.
about that part.
I mean, you don't.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't. You
no,
don't. You don't need to. No, it's all good.
no,
It's all good.
no, it's fine, it's fine. I was just saying, I thought we were gonna keep quiet about the 9B thing, but guess not. Okay.
We could go back and cut that out if you want me to.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I just, thought since you can't, yeah, I think you mentioned at some point that you use your channel as some sort of, portfolio of sorts. So,
I only use
you, you know,
I have a video called like demo reel. I send that one to it's just a compilation of a bunch of the best animations I've done
yeah,
for
it's probably
years.
smarter than just linking to get the channel. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Considering I have a bunch of videos of me just smoking weeds, wouldn't be the best for employers to look through the entire channel. But yeah, we're here to talk about Glory Hammer or just power metal in general if you want to, but mainly Glory Hammer
Sure.
probably.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't know what do you want to talk about? Like for starters, you know?
Have you
Uh,
listened to their new songs? Glory Hammer's new songs they put out. I think they put out one yesterday.
I know I missed that. I missed that. I know they're like going out with a full album on June, but I did miss that. I didn't know that we're gonna release it so early.
They put out a single new song yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't listened to it.
Hmm.
The only song I've heard with the new singer, Sozos, it's On the Wings of a Rainbow. No, wait, not that one.
Fly
Fuck.
Away.
Fly Away, Fly Away.
Ah,
Yeah, they're
the
similar.
yeah, fair enough. The new animated music video that they put out is really good. I recommend seeing that sometime. But uh, yeah. I'm trying to think. Have you listened to Thomas's new project stuff?
Yeah, I have actually.
Oh,
Um, I was it was well about what I expected. Not in a good way. Uh,
yeah,
there's like the first two songs, like I listened to the whole thing. First two songs are good. Like Masters of the ones I think they're also the ones they put on the channel. Master of the
universe.
Galaxy. Oh, Universe, right.
Yeah,
It there's another
there's
one.
there's ripping off Masters of the Galaxy, but
Yeah. Uh Master of the Universe, yes,
yeah,
and Six Calibur.
yeah.
Those two are pretty much the only good ones. There was also another good one, fucking laser shooting dinosaur or
That
something
that
like
one
that.
was that one was pretty good. I think my favorite
Yeah,
one off that album was Only a Fool Plays Tricks on Angus Mix 6. It had a fun rhyme to it.
yeah, but it was kind of stupid, like
It,
the
it
song
was.
itself.
It,
No
it
offense,
was.
but
It was really stupid, but the rhyme was fun. I'll give it that. Most of most of that album was uh
yeah, not
it
that
feels
good.
petty.
Not as good, not as good. And it's not just patty, it just feels kind of feels like fan made, but with the official singer.
Yeah, exactly. It
It's doesn't really encapsulate the original feeling, even though he tries.
he
Um,
does try, but I think if he tried to do his own thing, that could have been a lot better. But he's just
okay, maybe I'm completely talking out of my ass. Okay, but I generally got the impression that Thomas became kind of obsessed with Angus,
oh,
like as a character.
completely. I could
Yeah,
not agree more.
he's really into it. Uh, because and he went so far as to kind of keep the name, even if Angus McFife it wasn't made by him. It was actually made by Bows, like
Yeah.
the founder of the band. I don't know if that's how you say his name.
I just call him Christopher because I don't know how to fuck to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, okay. Uh, I call him Zargothrax.
Fair enough, that
Yeah,
works.
I find it easier to remember, but
Dread
um,
Pirate Zargothrax.
yeah. So that guy,
Mhm.
yeah, he's the one who created the character. Apparently, I saw that. I know that because the new singer said that in a YouTube comment. I was checking out uh his channel. He has a video of him singing to Legendary Enchanted Jetpack, which
Yeah.
I think is one of the very best ones.
Honestly, yeah, that was one of my favorite songs from the third album.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think it's the very best one from the third album. Maybe on like even ground with Land of Unicorns, but
That one's pretty good. I think from the third album, my favorite would have to be sorry for to cut you off. You can finish what you're saying first before I start talking with that separate topic.
yeah,
Uh
no, it's fine. It was just kind of going on a roll. So you
yeah.
say what do you want to say?
I think my favorite album song in the album, like Masters of the Galaxy was pretty good. That one was fun. Hoots Force was fun. Um a lot of the album is really, really good. Uh
Yeah, but to be honest, I think the third album has a problem. I think you know how in every album they made, they have the very last song be long, and
yeah.
the picks the final battle. And I think in the third album, the final song was probably the worst one. I didn't really stick with me.
Yeah,
I think it's also the longest one, but it didn't really work. you know
there was one really good part of it. I like the whole for the king of space, we will fight to end this grace. I like that part. That part was fun. Uh, but like besides it, the rest of it was kind of eh.
yeah, it didn't really stick with me. uh
Yeah,
like it's really not up to standards with Apocalypse 1992, which is probably the best song they've ever made in my opinion. But
yeah. The second album, in my opinion, out of the albums they have so far, is probably their best out of the three.
yeah, and like I think like Apocalypse 1992 is like my best song, my favorite song, like from them, like
Hmm.
at all, completely.
It's up there in my top 5, probably. I don't know what my top 5 is off the top of my head, but, like, it's up there. My favorite one, I was listening to all their songs again today while drawing. One of my favorites probably has to be, like, Rise of the Chaos Wizards. That one,
Oh
I
yeah, that one is good. I particularly like uh this the second time he says, he introduces the refrain, and it goes like, the fortress of Tridon is lost. That part
yeah.
there, that one is the best one. I think it
Hmm,
really, it really gives that, tries to capture the feeling. One thing I like about their songs is that, as stupid as they are, because admittedly the plot is pretty dumb, uh I think that's precisely why it's so cheesy and stupid, that it's fun. It's just
yeah.
enjoyable to see what kind of stupid tacky thing they're gonna come up with next.
Yeah,
Uh,
I completely agree, and this is kind of on the same topic. One of the things I like about them is there's that fine line between being like too cheesy, too goofy, and being like too taking yourself too seriously. They walk that like fine line. It is very tongue in cheek, but they take themselves seriously to like a little extent. You know?
it,
It,
yeah, nah, I really like the Hollywood Hoods,
oh yeah, yeah, the
the song
Hootsman.
and the character.
Yeah, yeah, same here. I liked that song had its own like unique album art. That was fun. Uh,
W- I actually haven't seen the art.
big buff guy trying to buy like alien women. Uh,
Oh no, I think I missed that. Hold on, let me
uh.
Google it real quick.
All right, you take your
Uh,
time. I was gonna Google it and send it to you.
Hollywood Hoots Man. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. That the one song had its own unique album art. I think. Or it might have been like a
I don't know.
promo thing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can't see. I can't find it.
here, one
So,
second. Here, I'll send it. Let me. I'm looking it up right now. I found it. Yeah, here it is. I'm sending it over through Discord now. Uh,
oh yeah,
it
no, I haven't. I haven't seen that one.
just for the podcast, I'm gonna put it up on the screen for a moment. Just so they can just so the people listening can see what we're talking about. Here's This one.
They're not really aliens, but
I think of the alien woman in the background. My bad.
oh,
With the
I
three
didn't pay
titties.
attention to it. Yeah, I didn't pay
I,
attention to that. Okay.
I remember her the most of it because I think it's funny. I just knew he was surrounded by women, and there was one alien. Well, there was an alien woman. I forgot that they weren't all alien women. My bad. Yeah.
Uh,
Still, I love the Hootsman. Such a very very fun character. Uh,
yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's brilliant.
Unst, the hero of Unst.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
I
it.
think I saw on the fucking Genius page for it that according to the Genius people, it's supposed to be a tribute to Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if they could ever confirm that, but to me, it just sounds like they're putting more thought into it than the band itself did.
Yeah, probably they just probably came up
Uh,
with a funny sounding like noise. That's my guess at least. Yeah, the Hootsman is great. I love the Hollywood Hootsman. Very very good song.
yeah, no, I look this album. I think it has the longest streak of songs I really like. Like
Hmm.
from the second through the fifth one. Those are all like songs in my top 10. It's Rise of the Chaos Wizards, of course.
Mhm.
Legend of the Astral Hammer. I love that one. Goblin King of the Darkstone Galaxy, and then the Hollywood Hoodsman.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Off the top of my head, I need to check the track list just so I don't get everything
I
fucking
think,
mixed.
but also the first. I think also the first album is pretty brilliant. It's probably I think it's pretty underrated. Like the very
Yeah,
first one.
it feels for you first.
It's kind of different because it doesn't have all the science fiction thing to it, but it's really nice to listen to. It's pretty
Yeah,
epic.
it feels like it was the most experimental of them all because it was the first one. But like they had the like the one with the woman singing in it. Silent Tears of the Proud
The
Princess. The slow one.
Yeah, that's the one song I didn't like from that
Yeah,
album.
same. And then they had the instrumental one as well, which we don't see any sort of return of similar songs in the future albums. Which
Yeah, also uh Wizards
yeah,
after the
Wizards.
final Wizards. Yeah, it's not well, it's not instrumental. It's like it has lyrics. And the funny thing is the instrumental is I think it's it's the epic. No, not that one.
No,
Oh, Beneath Cowdenbeath.
yeah, Beneath Cotton Beat. That was that was the song I was talking about for the
Yeah.
instrumental one.
Wizards is placed as 11th track. After
Hmm.
the final battle for whatever reason. It's kind of odd because the battle is won. You don't really expect there to be something else, and then there's this song which is pretty fucking catchy. I really like
Yeah,
it,
I thought
even if it's too short.
the lyrics of it. They also kind of the lyrics for at least in my opinion, some of them hinted towards album two taking place in space. Let me check the
I
lyrics of the
think so.
song.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think so.
Yeah, I liked that detail a lot when listening to it. It felt like well, I when I started listening to it, album two was already the album two was already out at that time. But going back listening to album one and the bonus, I liked that little bit of foreshadowing. Even though I guess I was a little bit late to the party for that, but still, uh
Kind of off topic, since I mean, it's kind of off topic because it's not really Glory Hammer, but um, I'm Italian, so of course,
hmm.
I know about this. uh, Thomas has actually made a feat with an Italian metal band. It's in English though, so you can obviously understand it. It's called Valhalla.
Oh
Do
yeah,
you ever did you
yeah.
ever hear
I've
that?
heard that one. Was fuck, what was the band's name?
Nano War of
They
Steel.
know
They're the
my
best.
brother's a big fan of them. My brother's a huge
Yeah,
fan of them.
dude, they're probably the best metal band in Italy. And the funny thing is, they make comedy metal. Like it's every
Yeah,
single song of them is stupid.
I
I
have
really like them, but I mean, of course, not speaking Italian, you probably miss the best parts, like of how dumb their lyrics actually are. But Yeah, it's all parodies. It's only side jokes. Most of them are pretty damn stupid.
Hmm.
I think the one that made them famous. I'm not certain that it's that one, but it's old enough. Coincides with the time that meme was popular. It's an over. It's like a hyperbolic song, making some dude that just he's an actor. He goes on TV. He what do you call them? Like one of
Uh,
those shows where they sell shit.
would they
Like
sell stuff like
yeah,
Oh, was it
yeah,
like Billy Mays or someone like that?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like
of
like a
course
TV
Italian, but
salesperson. Oh, my bad, it's
yeah,
Italian.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, I'm an Italian guy, but
I was just
something like
thinking
that.
TV salesperson. First thing that came to mind was Billy
Yeah.
Mays. I forgot the Italian part.
Yeah, no, it just made this song about him, being some sort of epic warrior that keeps the sacred knife with of Enoch steel. Yeah, that's
I love that.
yeah. I think that's the one that made him famous, and they're all their songs are pretty dumb like that. Not all of them are. Most of them are good. Some kind of suck, but they're all really stupid. So I think it was a pretty good feat with
Hmm.
Glory Hammer, with Angus, I guess.
Do you know
Yeah,
uh
also that's another thing that made me think, yeah, this guy is pretty into this character because in the song title, in Hallelujah, he's credited as Angus McFive, not as
yeah,
Thomas Ring.
the same do you know Grail Knights?
No, I don't.
He did a collab song with them where
Uh,
basically it was also featured as Angus McFife. Though when Angus McSix released when he released his music under Angus McSix, they changed the name to featuring Angus McSix, but it still
okay,
had like all
okay.
the Glory Hammer stuff in the music video. So it was like all it did was change the featured name. It
No, they didn't change it in the Nanowar one.
hmm,
But it's still kind of weird that he'd be credited as that, especially because in the song he plays Odin. It's got nothing to
yeah,
do with Gloriammer or lore.
it
So
feels
makes me think that he's really into that character.
I heard that was one of the reasons he was removed from the band. For stuff like apparently he wasn't good at concerts and such, and he refused to get training for singing and such. And then also
Yeah, I mean,
he did all that stuff without the band's permission. He just went off using the character, which
well, I mean, yeah, I'm really not. I really don't think that concerts are that important.
same here.
I know to a lot of people they are. Like I got a friend. He doesn't really like bands that don't also sound good in live recordings. Personally, I don't really care. I don't really care at all. If you need editing, that's fine as long as the end result is good.
Exactly. I'm not a big fan
Uh,
of live music or listening to live recordings and such. I it's not my cup of tea. I was just pointing out that was apparently one of the reasons
yeah, no,
behind
no,
it.
I get it. I mean,
Hmm.
I mean, concerts are probably the main way a band profits, these days,
Yeah,
considering that, with piracy being a thing, yeah, not that many people actually buy the albums. So it's either Spotify or live concerts,
yeah. Which you
especially when
gotta do
you're,
what you gotta do.
especially when you're, something, pretty niche like them. Like you're
Like a
not gonna
power
get any
metal band.
fancy, yeah, you're not gonna get any fancy contract, to to sell your own Nike shoes.
I think one of the members of Twilight Force said like you're not gonna be driving Lamborghinis when you're a power metal band, which sums up the situation pretty well. I think even if you're a more
Well,
popular power metal band, you're probably still not gonna be driving Lamborghinis.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Sabaton could afford that kind of
Probably,
lifestyle. Yeah, they're pretty fucking popular. I mean, you say power metal, people immediately think
yeah,
Sabaton.
Sabaton. The exception, not the rule.
Speaking of Sabaton, I always go back there because that's what I'm listening to lately. But
Hmm.
they made I mean, not them. Joachim, the singer, he made a feat with Nanowar as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious because the song is a pretty blatant parody of Sabaton. They are singing about uh, a soccer match held in 1992, Italy versus Brazil when we lost, and they're making it sound like it was some sort of epic battle. And you have you have the music video with the singer. I don't know if you know how what it looks like, but I want you to try and picture him if you do know what Joachim looks
Yeah,
like.
I know what Joachim looks like.
Yeah, try to picture it in your head. Like they have him sitting like in the commentator's position while they play soccer dress as soldiers. That's the music video.
Okay, if you could
It's
send me that, I would love to see it after we record this. That
yeah,
would that
sure.
would be that would be great.
It's pretty fucking funny.
He
And also, they kind of tried to stuff all of these, his part. It's pretty clear that they wrote. I'm not sure whether it's really clear that they wrote it or really clear that he wrote it because it's like they tried to cram uh, as many Sabaton keywords in it as possible. He says all the famous lines like Castel Sant'Angelo, for instance,
yeah,
like all the famous ones. He managed something dignified, from Shiroyama Bushido dignified. Like
yeah.
they managed to cram as many keywords from his songs as possible in his part. Gallipoli, also that.
Uh,
Uh, Kind of funny.
do you know Twilight Force?
I don't. I don't actually.
Joachim did a couple collaboration songs with them before they got their new singer. Which it was really funny to hear him like singing about like elves and stuff, like and dragons, because well
Oh,
they're very like high fantasy power metal and such.
what do you say it's called? Twilight.
Twilight Force.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll check it out. It sounds cool.
he's in their songs Gates of Glory and Heroes of
It doesn't matter.
Mighty
It
Magic.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah,
When I check out an artist, I you know check out the full discography. So
yeah,
I'm gonna
I
get
get you.
there eventually.
Big fan of Twilight Force. They're like one of my favorite power metal bands,
Yeah, I never
probably.
heard of them, but I'll check them out.
If you've
You
seen
know,
the Valkyrie animations I've done, I used one of their songs for the first opening of one of the
yeah,
videos.
I did see them, but it was quite a while ago. I
Yeah,
seriously don't remember.
that's
Um,
completely fair. I was just bringing it up.
uh, so speaking of general bands, I don't listen to a lot of music actually. Which is
Mm.
kind of funny that you choose me, to speak about here. Like I mean, I do listen to a lot of music now, but I got a lot of catching up to do because I spent the first 18 years of my life not listening to a damn thing. So yeah, I'm kind of behind in how many things I know. If you
I,
know what I mean,
that,
how many
that, that
bands, how many groups, how many singers.
that's completely fair. It's I was more so
Uh,
hearing from that you listen to Glory Hammer, and stuff. I was like, and you knew what the lore. I'm like, okay, we need to sit down to talk about Glory Hammer at
yeah,
some point, and
yeah,
maybe
I
more
do
power
know the
metal in
lore
general.
because I get pretty
Hell yeah.
when I get into something, I really read the lyrics, and also I kind of I'm a terrible singer, but I have a knack for remembering lyrics.
Oh,
I could
same.
Yeah, dude, I at some point I swear I knew the entire Eminem discography by heart.
That's powerful.
I listen to a song 2 or 3 times. I know the lyrics. It's just and they stick with me for God knows how long.
Takes me a couple times
Uh,
to fully have a song memorized, but
yeah, the,
sometimes
m-
when
the main problem is that not being a native speaker, I often don't understand what the fuck they're saying.
yeah, I can imagine
uh,
that would what's the word I'm looking for?
Especially when they're singing with an accent.
Yeah,
That kind of ruins it.
I
I mean, it doesn't ruin it. It still sounds good, but it makes it pretty hard for me to follow.
yeah, I can
So
imagine that huge
sometimes,
that.
sometimes in the particularly powerful moments in Glory Hammer, Thomas gets pretty into it, and I don't understand a damn thing of what he's
Oh
saying.
yeah, he becomes a little bit hard to understand at times. Like sometimes I'll have to re-listen to a part or look at the lyrics to know what the fuck he's saying. Cause I'll hear something completely different.
Like for instance, as I said, I really like Apocalypse 1992. Uh, So he goes like there's the part that goes like tears of a unicorn lost in the rain, and it took me so long to get that. At first my guess was light years, like as in
Mm.
the the space unit. It makes sense. It's
Yeah, it's just
considering the
sci-fi.
context. But then something a unicorn, and then lost in. I thought it was saying lost in the rage. So I'm guessing. Well, the unicorn is angry, I guess. And and it was kind of hard to catch that one.
I out of the songs listened to with their new singer, I don't know if I pronounce his name, so something,
Sozos,
Sozos,
I think
yeah.
Michael. I think
Okay, I'll just call him Michael then. Uh, but out of the song,
he's Greek. If you didn't get that,
figure
I think
some.
he has. I saw his channel. I think early on he has a bunch of songs in Greek. I didn't
Oh,
click them, but
out of out of the songs I listened to by him, so the two ones for their new album and Fly Away, and actually no, and I also
yeah,
listened to Legendary
I
Enchanted
listened to
Jetpack.
Fly Away and to his Legendary Enchanted Jackpack. I didn't listen to the new songs. They said,
Hmm.
when I first heard Fly Away, I was kind of disappointed. Didn't like him. Really didn't like him.
It grew on
I don't
me.
know something. Yeah, it also grew on me, but I think it's just Fly Away that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
To be honest.
they could have done a
Uh,
lot better for a song
yeah,
to introduce him with.
introduce him. Yeah, because I listened to Legendary Enchanted Jackback. He's not as good, and I don't mean that in terms of performance. He's not as fitting for the character as Thomas was, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I, I,
It
I feel I haven't had the issue of like not being able like of mishearing something he said. His vocals are a lot more clean, though.
clear. Yeah,
Yeah, clear.
it did.
Though I guess we'll figure.
One of my very favorite songs. It's what's it called? Legend of the Astral Hammer.
Yeah,
What the fuck? Yeah, I had to read the lyrics. What the fuck is he saying in the
he's just
refrain?
screaming gibberish half the time. That's what it sounds like.
Minuscule goblin impractical sword. I could have never guessed that's what he was saying.
It took me
Something
so
goblin,
many.
something sword.
Yeah,
I had to read it.
it took me like I did not know what the fuck he was saying there until I read the lyrics. Angus is a bit well, not Angus. I mean Thomas is a bit incomprehensible at times. But like his vocals are nice.
I don't think honestly. I don't think it's because of an accent or anything. If you ever see the video of him singing, he really like opens his mouth like a lot. Okay,
He gets
like
into it. He gets really into
yeah. No,
it.
I mean like the amount how much. I don't think that's a normal angle. Right? It gets like 45 degrees open. Okay, uh, it, it and I think that's why he ends up. When he's really into it, he really opens his mouth. I think that's what really slurs it.
I think that very well could be it. That very well could be it. I haven't seen too many videos besides all the music videos of him singing. So
I mean, the music videos are edited, but
yeah, of course. So
I would be guessing,
that's why I wasn't.
that's how. Yeah, but I would be guessing that's how much he's mimicking the song, the singing anyway.
Yeah,
So I would guess that's how much he opens his mouth, and
I
it's a
have to
lot.
take a look at a live performance. 'Cause I haven't
Yeah.
seen it myself, but I can.
I've only seen one live performance from Glory Hammer. It was so fucking dark I couldn't see shit.
I've
Like
seen.
that, they had pretty bad lighting in there.
I think I've watched one or two live ones. I remember they had one song that they only played at a live concert, like the national anthem of Unst or something like that.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that it was pretty. I wish they had like a lot like a not live version, like a studio version of it. It was nothing crazy. It was honestly they probably could have just made it up on the spot, and I would have believed I would believe that. Uh, it feels like something they could have just made up on the spot. It's nothing like super impressive. But it was still fun to listen to. It's still fun because it's Glory Hammer. Um,
Of course, it's fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Even they're like not the even they're like more mid songs are like they're still fun. It's still Glory Hammer.
yeah. Generally, it's fun. It was kind of what I was afraid when they changed singer, but guess what? The new one is pretty good after all.
Yeah.
Speaking, I think going back and talking about Angus McSix, the new project.
Hmm?
Uh, as I said, it doesn't really capture the spirit, and it also has a few technical issues. I don't really have a crazy good year, but I don't know if you've noticed.
He
Maybe it's
sounds
just me, but
quieter.
in like, yeah, it's quieter. They fucked up the mixing. Okay,
Yeah,
like in Masters of the Universe, you can barely hear him aside from the refrain. Like in the main part of the song, you can barely hear him under
yeah.
the fucking guitar. It's
A lot of the songs, it's like you have to try to listen to what he's saying because it's like drowned
it,
out by the
it's too
instrumentals parts.
yeah, exactly. And on yeah, on that note, I'm gonna come out and say it. The new guys, it's just not as good as like I mean, I guess it's not that important. I mean, at least for some other people, they might be. But to me, it's the instrumental is not as important as the lyrics. But still, I do feel the difference. The new guys are not
Hmm.
as good. They're not bad, but not as good.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with you honestly with that, and this is kind of related to it. It feels like the previous with Glory Hammer, it feels like the other characters got a lot more time too, but with Angus Mystics, it was just Angus. Like
no, it
the other
wasn't. No,
character,
it wasn't Angus. It wasn't
it
Angus actually.
the other characters
The
got
black girl.
yeah,
The black girl.
she had a
What's
song.
her face? I mean, I should know the name. She's actually living in Italy, but
Hmm.
I don't know I know what her name is. I don't know the name of her character.
Neither do I. I can't, that's the thing. I can remember the name of all the Glory Hammer characters, but I can't remember any of the characters besides I can't
Yeah.
remember any of their
Okay. Yeah.
names
Fair enough.
besides
I mean,
Angus.
to be fair, I listened to it like a couple times, so it wasn't like that. I haven't really listened to it enough for the names to stay with me. But I don't know. It so it's not really a fair comparison, but yeah, it does seem to me like Angus is kind of hogging the spotlight.
Yeah,
If I had to guess, next album there's gonna be some reorganization within that group. I'm gonna call
hopefully,
it now. They're probably gonna like swap out one or two of them.
possibly. It was well for a first album. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I
no, it
think
wasn't bad.
it's a learning experience for them because
Yeah,
also
but
yeah,
I mean, what I'm saying, yeah, they're also really young. But what I'm saying is, I would have probably enjoyed this a lot more if I hadn't listened to Glory Hammer first. Like,
yeah, same here.
it doesn't really, it's not bad, but if you compare it with the shit he did with Glory Hammer, it's not even close.
Exactly. Like if he wasn't trying to ride off of his success from Glory Hammer by just making Angus but his own band. It could have been a lot better. I feel that if
I mean,
he went like if he just didn't
to
use
be
Angus again.
to be fair, I mean, it could very well use Angus again. Okay,
Yeah.
although some lines were pretty petty, like I don't know if you noticed, but like at the very beginning of Master of the Universe, he says, uh, "Glory left my hammer, but now I will the sword." And
Yeah.
that was kind of petty, and
That
it's
was
also very
very
stupid.
petty.
And it's also very stupid because, like in Legend of the Astral Hammer, he makes fun of swords, so it's kind
Yeah.
of dumb.
He's going back on the shit he said. At least use a mace or a weapon you didn't make fun of. Come on. That would but like
Whatever.
it's
And
a nitpick, but I agree with
it's a
you.
nitpick, yeah.
It's nitpicky, but
It's a nitpick. Besides, I
it's
understand
valid
why he
still.
chose the sword. Like they're still, even if he's not Scottish, they're still going with the whole Scottish theme thing, which is kind of stupid because none of them are Scottish. It
Yeah,
made sense. It made sense. Zargothrek is Scottish.
yeah,
So that made kind of sense when it was him calling the shots. But now, just kind of dumb. Could have moved it elsewhere. But still, if you want to stick with Scottish, he got the claymore, so of course it had to be a sword.
yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. It's alright. I think the sword design looks kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. It's just funny,
Yeah,
but it just looks like a really shitty sword. Maybe that was on
Well,
purpose. That very well could have
okay,
been on purpose.
to be fair, all their costumes kind of suck. Like both the Glory
Yeah,
Hammer and I think it's deliberate.
yeah,
Um,
it very well could be, but like at least some of
but
the
you know,
prop design of Glory Hammer looks cool. Like the hammer they have looks fucking
yeah,
cool.
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. You know, my girlfriend said that the new guy playing the battery in the fucking in the new band in Angus McSix, she said, and I concur, that he looks like a male porn star in a BDSM gay porn. You know,
Uh,
if you see like how he's dressed up, you
oh,
can like go on like Master of the Universe and just skip to
let me take a
a
lookie.
frame where where he appears. You can see that he has this.
Who am
He's
I looking
like
for?
what?
Who am I looking for in
The
it?
guy playing the battery. You know, like the
Right.
uh he's like half naked, has this leather thing on
Oh,
him, like on his torso. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
it's pretty gay.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Let me find him.
Maybe you can find him on the cover art actually.
No, I found him. Yeah, with how he dresses up and everything.
Kind of gay.
He looks like a gay porn star. I can see him in Lords of the Locker Room. Maybe that's where he got. Maybe that's where they found him. Who knows?
Angus McDick. So the porn parody of
Oh,
now that I said it, I think I kind of need that. But
I that
uh,
would be so fucking funny. I would love to see that. We
anyways,
considering the band's
you know,
name, well, Glory Hammer's original name is going to be Glory Hole. They very well have an opportunity for a name they could use. That would
Angus McDick in the glory hole.
exactly. And it's McDick in the magical Glory Hole.
Um, okay, so on on that note, when I saw the composition of the new band, I did some research on a lot of them.
Yeah,
Okay, so the Sebastian, that's his name. You know, the guy we were just talking about, the the
yeah.
gay guy. You know, I mean, he's not gay, but I don't think he is. But he kind of looks like it.
He
So
looks like it.
he's he he was part. He has past experience in a band. Um, I don't remember the name of that band. He was in. I think it's a German band. You know, this guy is German.
Hmm.
So that kind of checks out with the with the whole weird porn thing. But I digress. So
It all comes full circle.
so the girl, like the black girl, she guess she's half Italian. She was raised here, as far as I could guess.
Hmm?
She was part of a band that actually was formed like the band she was a part of. If I'm not mistaken, it was like very close to where I live. But
Oh,
I digress. I think she was in Frozen Throne. No, Frozen Crown. Frozen Crown. There it is.
I
Uh,
need I need to give look into them. I haven't heard of
I
them
at least
before.
I think at least no wait, it's I mixed them up. It's not Frozen Crown. That's another one. Frozen Crown is not close to where I live.
Oh, my bad.
I mixed them up.
I remember saying my bad. That's
Yeah, I mean, she was in Frozen Crown, but it's not the one. I was thinking of another band.
hmm.
Yeah, there's a few Italian bands actually. None of them are that good though. I'm gonna be honest.
I can't think of any
uh,
any good Canadian power metal bands, so I'm
uh,
not much better.
I mean, I'm sure there are. Come on,
Yeah, there's probably a
Canada,
couple.
English speakers. Come on, that you can do that.
Like,
You know, because you're kind of screwed in in the whole metal thing. You're kind of screwed if you don't speak like English or another Germanic language. Uh, but like for instance, I think Nanowar is the only band that somehow made Italian metal sound actually good. In metal in Italian sound good. You know,
hell yeah. I'm gonna look
because
up.
they for instance, like I'm gonna send you a song later. It's got like I suggest that one because it's power metal, but it also has probably one of the hardest things to do with a Romance language. That's growl. It's just
Huh.
because Romance languages generally make for longer sentences. You know,
Yeah.
overall longer sentences. So I don't know if you ever studied French or Spanish or whatever, but probably you can
They
probably
they made us
notice
they
that.
made us study French in school and such.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
more
I don't know,
familiar with
but
how it looks and sounds.
you probably notice that generally speaking, they make for slightly longer sentences, and that's kind of a problem when you're growling because you're running out of breath, dude.
Yeah, I looked up. There is one out of I just looked up Canadian power metal bands, and out of the first bunch I saw, I recognized one of them. Unleash the Archers. They're all right. I haven't heard them in a while, but I listened to them like a couple years ago, and they weren't that bad. Uh,
There you have it. So I know a few. Okay, so there are a few Italian bands. Okay, one is the one I talked about. It's Frozen Crown. See if I can find the one that was actually close to me. Uh, it was. I swear to God, it wasn't that different a name.
hmm,
Hold on. I have it here in my like music library, so it's just bound to come out eventually.
take your time.
Uh, let's see.
There's like no fucking Canadian power metal bands. There's so little of them. Uh, shame.
Yeah, no. Okay, so was it this one? I think it was, but if it's this one, I'm just retarded because it doesn't sound. It doesn't. The name is completely different. Is it this guy's? Yep, Khalidia. It's completely different from Frozen Crown. Okay, I'm just dumb.
That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it
Those are
goes.
the guys where those are the guys I was thinking about. They were, they're rather close to where I live, like rather close.
They any good?
So it's okay. It's nothing, mind blowing.
Generic power
It's
metal.
okay. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
not really that good. Uh, a more famous one, but that don't really like. It's Furor Gallico. It means Gallish fury, and
Hmm.
basically they're Northern Italians larping as Celts. Uh, it's all right, but you know, doesn't really work that well. I don't know why. I don't really. It's okay, but I can't really praise them. Their songs just don't click too much. Again, the only Italian band that I really like it's Nanowar, despite them being a uh parody band, like overall.
I'll be sure to give it like more listen into them since your
The
high praise and such.
one thing they've been doing lately, which is kind of fun, they do like fusion genres. Okay, so they take power metal and they
Mm-hmm.
add another genre to it, something that you would never thought could mix, and that generally speaking would sound like a bad idea, but they somehow make it work. So
Hmm.
lately they've pushed out a song that titled Disco Metal. It's exactly what the title says.
All right, I'm
It
interested.
it sounds good. It's stupid, but it sounds good.
I'll be sure to
They also
give
did
it a
they
listen.
did another one called Norwegian reggaeton, which
It's
is metal but reggaeton.
all
Uh,
right.
uh,
That's
um,
that sounds like one hell of a mix. I need to give that a looky.
Hallelujah, of course. That's it's gospel plus metal.
Yeah,
You heard that one.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
Uh, there was another one, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah, that's kind of their thing.
Hmm.
They lately they've made that their trademark.
Hell yeah.
Uh, if you want to like really, but aside from these songs which are kind of memes, if you want to really hear them at their peak, I recommend not their latest album, the one before that. That's called Italian folk metal. It's not actually Italian folk metal, but it's a bunch of songs about Italian pop culture and culture in general.
All right.
And they sound really good. They're all pretty pure power metal, aside from the very last two, which are jokes they
I'll give
released.
that one a looky.
They're not gonna get those jokes because they require
I'm
to
not
be
Italian.
yeah, you're not gonna get those jokes, but so those two songs are just gonna suck for you, but the rest are gonna you're not gonna understand them, but they're gonna be good
Hmm.
if at least.
I don't even
um
understand it to be able to enjoy it. After all, I
yeah,
listen to a lot of Russian post punk, so I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I'm just along for the ride. Uh,
Yeah, like those last two songs. Okay, one of them is called Bianco Dolce.
yeah.
It means white and sweet. Okay, literally that's what it means. So they are. It's a parody of. So Italy, I don't know. You might have heard of this. I don't know, but Italy hosts a pretty big music festival every year. It's called Sanremo, right?
Yeah,
And as you can imagine, the songs that win are always the same catchy pop culture kind of thing, and uh, especially since we're Italians, it's often a very specific kind of tune, and they poke fun at that. They make a song that could feasibly win the festival, and they make fun of it. And the title itself is a play on an Italian band. I don't know if it is a play on an Italian band that makes that kind of song.
hmm.
It's called Negramaro. That would be black and bitter. So they're
Oh, so it's just like
white
you're
and
like
sweet.
that's like
Yeah,
inverted. All right,
yeah.
cool.
Uh,
That's pretty funny.
okay, and the other one is it's just atrocious to listen to. Okay, that one does not sound good at all. It's terrible, and that's the point. It's a parody of Italian indie.
Is
It's
Italian Indian in general just quite shit?
Yeah, but it's targeted at a very specific uh uh it's targeted at a very specific guy, a very specific singer.
Yeah,
I don't remember what he was called, but I did check out the original song, and yeah. So basically, he made this song called Frosinone, which is a town in Italy. Doesn't and it's just him talking about stuff. And they made this song about they made this song called Formia, which is another town close by.
yeah.
Just and it's just terrible to listen to. If you want to check it out, it's just that it's terrible to listen to. But they made the whole video and the whole thing to look kind of like the original, and it's funny as shit if you've seen it.
I'll be sure to
Um,
check out the original and then check out the
I
parody
mean, you're
that
not
they
gonna
did.
understand,
Yeah,
the
still,
lyrics, but it's funny as shit.
yeah, might as well.
Uh, so uh, as for the rest of the album, those are all. I think two of them are in foreign languages. One in Spanish, one in German, and
Mm.
everything else is Italian. Uh, I mean, technically, one is in uh, the language spoken in southern Italy, in Naples, which is not technically Italian, but I digress.
Mm.
I guess you could call it a variant for simplicity's sake. It's not really mutually intelligible, but it's funny as shit because so the joke is okay. The song is called "Scugnizzi of the Land of Fires." Okay, so
All
a
right,
scugnizzo is basically a street boy. Okay, so the Land of Fires is a part down there in nearby Naples that is called this way because of the habit of people of burning trash.
all right. So
Yeah, it's very poor. It's a very poor low income, violent part of Italy, right? So they made this
yeah,
song uh, in the local language, pretending like it was some epic. Like Land of Fires does sound pretty epic,
that
doesn't
that
it?
sounds like a fucking brutal name.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Sounds pretty epic, right? And they talk about how they're gonna about this local dude that is going to slay a Dragon. He hops on his motorbike and shoots him with the gun that his uncle made him as a gift for his first communion. It-
that's amazing.
yeah, they're all stupid like that.
I
Uh,
love that.
they're all stupid like that. But you're not gonna get. You're probably gonna need like a translator to understand the lyrics. But it's all like, the songs. They're not only funny. They sound good. Like
Hmm.
nothing.
That's
There's
what's
no
important.
question.
As long as they sound well, even if the joke is isn't sound good, then that's fine. But like, if they sound good, then
Yeah,
that's what matters.
that's why they're one of the best. That's why they're one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
And the best part is this whole song about the guy killing the dragon is actually sung in a specific way. It's not really like it's the music is power metal, but the singing is not. It's based on a type of it's of singing that is specific to that part of Italy. It's called neomelodica napoletana. It's pretty much only listened to by Southerners and Russians for some reason. I don't really know the details, but the Russians are really into old uh, kind of crappy Italian music. Don't ask me why. But they're like all these obscure singers that I couldn't name to you honestly if I tried that because I'm from the north.
Yeah.
Uh, I couldn't name all these singers. Russians are gonna know them. They're a big deal in Russia for some reason.
And
I
this is
guess
how
they
it
had
is.
nothing
This is
better
how
to
it goes
listen to.
sometimes. Yeah, fair enough. I guess you get bored of the same couple songs after a while. I mean, I listen to a bunch of shit I don't understand, so that's how it goes. I listen to super of Yugoslavian war music, which I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I also like those.
It's funky and fun. I like that. I like this sort of stuff. I
They're
don't know
dumb.
why.
They're
It,
dumb, but they so
it's
I
so
don't
much
get what they're
fun.
saying. I mean, I check out the lyrics. There's probably some of the most violent shit I've ever
Yeah,
heard, but
it sounds so goofy, and they're
and
talking about
innocent.
like killing everyone
Yeah,
and how their
like
country is the best.
yeah, just to my mind comes Yada Bosnu Suverenu. It means because you declared Bosnia's independence. It's features this guy just very cheery singing of this happy tune. But what he's actually saying is that he's gonna behead you because you declared independence. It's,
I think my favorite one is I don't know its name. I think it's from Serbia. My dad is a war criminal. It features such good lyrics like my
oh,
dad's
that
a
one is that.
you,
Oh
you
yeah,
know
that one is good. Yeah, of
for,
course it
for,
is.
for the listeners, it features such great lyrics as my dad is a war criminal. You can try to arrest him. Uh, fuck. He's a very dangerous man. He went off to conquer Bosnia. Uh, no, you could try taking the corp, but no one has the balls to do so. The lyrics are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I also really like. Okay, so I really a few songs on the like. I mean, we're kind of off the topic of power metal, but still,
Still, we're
a
getting
few
near the end of
songs
the
I like,
episode,
and
so might as well. We're getting like the one
a
hour
few
mark.
songs I like from that genre. That would be Comuniere. That's this guy talking about how the communists would come and try to get him to sign up to the party. And his dad just kept telling him no because they're lazy and only care about money. Uh, it's so stupid. It's funny.
That's amazing.
Uh, and then there was let me think. Tsuti Tsuti Uiko.
Oh yeah, that one.
It's
I remember
that,
watching a
that sounds
video. I was watching a
yeah,
video.
that sounds weird. That sounds so odd, but it's also really catchy for
I
some
know the one
reason.
you're talking about. The lyrics for that one are fucking brutal, but my god, it's funny. If it's what I'm thinking about, it might be a different. Or is the no, I think I have a different one. Second,
I mean,
yeah,
of course, there also. I mean, honorable mention. The song that made the genre popular among Western. God is Serbian.
that one's good. That one's good. That one
I
that
mean,
one's
that's the one
funny.
everybody knows.
Or
Remove
or or
kebab,
or, or
or
the
whatever you want to call it.
I don't know the fuck to pronounce it. The funny Bosnian artillery song. That one's also
Oh
really
yeah,
really good.
Bosanska Artilleria. Yeah,
Yeah, that that that
Artilleria. I
that
think.
that
Yeah.
that, that one that one's I like that one.
And there is another one that is good.
Yeah,
For Oi Ali Alio, the
that
one
that,
that
that
just
was the one
insults the Bosnian leader.
that was the one that I was referring to. The one that had the fucking disgusting lyrics. So disgusting as in well for the time being. I think they're funny as fuck. But like, oh my god, those lyrics are brutal. That was the one I was referring to. The one about like the Turkish pies and such.
Yeah.
Oh my god. or, I can
There are
have
no
it.
more. There are no more Turkish spies on the hills of wherever the fuck shithole in the Balkans. I don't remember the name.
It's,
Uh,
it's in the Balkans. You don't get to worry about it. You point somewhere and you eventually go to the right spot. And it's all close enough.
they're all. Dude, I really like those. They're pretty funny.
Yeah. I wouldn't find any good power
I
metal
can't,
bands from the Balkans. I need to look into this after this. After we.
I can't really no, I can't really think of any good like of the songs I like. I mean, they're all mostly Serbian. Some of them Bosnian. None of them are from Croatia. Oh, actually, there is a good one that I think is Croatian,
Yeah.
but it's not really. uh, you know, war music because it was. I think it's earlier. It's called Al Capone. It's a song about how much Tito sucked. Basically, it's comparing him. It's
Comparing
insulting
him to
him and
El
comparing him
Capone?
to Al Capone. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's funny.
it sounds good. It sounds pretty good. The lyrics are nothing special, but it does sound good.
I'll be sure to
And
give
the
it a
guy
looky.
gets really into it. Mid while in while singing, he gets really into it. He just kept screaming at the top of his lungs, "Al Capone!"
That's funny. I think I've ever heard of a metal band from the Balkans. They
Yeah, no,
tried.
me neither.
m- who knows? Maybe all that all the metal there got fucking destroyed in the war or set. They took all the metal bands in Bosnia and
And they made artillery with it. Yeah,
exactly took all the metal bands and that's what that one pit of dead bodies over there is. That's where all the metal bands in the Balkans went. You walk 10 minutes on the street, there's another mass grave. God bless the Balkans. We got really off
another.
topic.
Yeah, we totally got off topic. So
But we're
let's
having
go. Let's get
fun.
back
We're
on
having
topic.
fun.
Another good power metal band, which I really like, but unfortunately, I think one of their it's kind of an odd one because they have three singers. So it's Amaranth. Don't
Oh
know if you
yeah,
know them.
yeah, yeah. I've heard I've
They're
heard a
really
couple
good.
songs by them. Uh,
They're really good. I
yeah.
really
I
like
need
them.
to I need to listen to
They
more of the
got they,
music.
it. Okay, to be fair, I don't really like I like their sounds. Okay, their songs are kind of the songs themselves are not that impressive. In fact, I think my two favorite songs by them are covers of other people,
Hmm.
specifically
The
the cover they made of Sabaton.
Then they
f-
do a
uh,
Powerwolf cover too. I think.
yeah, and that one, of course,
Yeah, that one goes
Army of the
hard.
Night and something second all the way. I don't remember. It was 50 second, 40 second.
50 second all the way. Yeah.
That
From yeah, and I know what you're
Sabaton.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. They made a cover of that one. They
Oh,
both.
cool.
Those are my favorite songs by them.
Haven't
I
listened to
also
their
really
Sabaton
like their
cover,
own.
but I will.
I also really like their own, but those are. I think they work best when someone else is writing the lyrics. Not gonna lie, because they. I mean, they sound unquestionably good. Okay, like
They
they
have
have
a
three
very nice
voices.
sound to it.
Yeah, and it's cool because they have three voices. They got one
Yeah.
guy doing growl, one guy doing normal singing, and a girl doing normal singing, and they work together pretty great.
It's been a while since I listened to them.
Sadly, I don't think they'll make any. I don't know if they'll like disband or anything because the main like the growl singer left, and it's a shame because I fucking love that guy. You
Aw.
ever heard Boom by them? Boom, just called Boom.
I don't think I have.
Actually, it's not just called Boom. In the official title, it's Boom exclamation mark one.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I have not
it's
heard that
and
song by them.
it's basically I mean it's think like a rap song with metal sounds, but the whole lyrics is just growl
On the
except
topic
for the refrain. It's really weird, but it works surprisingly well.
on
I mean,
this
it's the guy trying to speak really fast while growling and trying to keep it rhyming
yeah.
with metal in the background. It's really cool.
On the topic
Uh,
of just like bands with good vocals, do you know Beast in Black?
nope.
All right, they're girls singing similar stuff
I'm
after
gonna
we record. They have they have a single vocalist. He's very nice voice.
yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
yeah,
What's this called? What's it called? Fuck. Uh, wanted to say. Oh yeah, right. Remember now. Speaking of good good enough vocals, but Powerwolf. I'm not.
yeah.
I think I talked to you like off camera uh about Powerwolf before. I'm not a massive I'm not a massive fan of their songs, but they do sound good.
They
Like
sound
their
very nice.
voices, yeah, their voices sound good. Like the main guy singing
Hmm.
knows how to do it. Not a big fan of the songs themselves. Like I like Army of the Night, but
I
I prefer the cover.
I
You
like
know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I'm a fan of Power Up. I wouldn't call myself like a huge fan of them. But like I do like their stuff. I think my favorite song by them is like "Incense and Iron" or "Sainted by the Storm." Those ones go really hard.
Let me go check out like
"Incense and
the
Iron" is by
titles.
far their best one in my
Yeah,
opinion.
let me just check the titles because I honestly can't remember them
Or
like for
"Resurrection
to
by
see.
Erection." They have a lot of funny songs.
Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, so it was I really liked Armata Strigoi.
Oh yeah,
That
that
one
one was
sound.
hard. Y- Army of the, doesn't it mean like Army of the Dead or something like that? I think
I would I don't know. I would guess that's Strigoi. Like I just I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like Strega, which is Italian for witch. So maybe Army of the Magicians, Wizards, something like that. I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
Wizard Army. Eh, I could see
It's
that. I
just
could see that. It's still that's still kind of
Armata Strigoi. Let's Google it. What the fuck does it mean?
uh
They made a game
they
called
made
Armata Strigoi.
they made a game?
Yeah,
Shit, I had no clue. Huh.
apparently
I
it's a
gotta check
board
that out.
game called Armata Strigoi.
Is it like related to them or is it?
Yeah, no, yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
huh.
theirs. I think.
Neat. I have to look this up.
I
I
have no
want to see.
idea how this works, but uh, meaning. But I was googling meaning. Armata means army. Yeah, and Strigoi something correlated to the idea of vampires. Yeah, thank you. I wanted certainty.
I was
Army of the undead. Yeah, you were correct.
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
remember seeing a comment or something about it. It was like Army of the Dead or Army of the
Army of the
Undead.
dead. You're right. Army of the
The
dead.
Still cool. Still cool.
I mean, I was guessing.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
was trying to guess.
yeah,
But
I had nothing to go off of
uh,
besides just the comment I read, so I could
I
have
mean,
been
because
fucking lied to.
I mean,
Who knows?
army, armata is army in apparently Romanian, but also in Italian. So
Hmm.
uh, they're the other word I guess was Greek, but apparently not. Sounded Greek. But anyway, yeah, no, Powerwolf. Not a big fan, but I like a few songs, like
hmm.
this one, for instance. Uh, let's see, what else did I listen to? Which, as I
Uh,
said, I don't really try a lot of things because
no,
I'm
it's all
relatively
good.
new. Well, I
I
mean, I probably mentioned it, but I'm a massive Sabaton fan. I probably know
Sabaton. I
most of their
fucking
songs
love
by heart.
Sabaton.
I probably know most of their songs by heart, dude.
That's
Like,
completely fair. Their songs go hard. Like they're really popular, but they're popular for a fucking reason. Their songs are really. Cause sometimes I'll just like go on it's a binge of Sabaton for a couple of days, because it's like I'll start listening to them and I'll be like, fuck, that's all I want to listen to now for a couple of days. It's just they're fucking good. I love their stuff.
yeah, no, there. I would have a hard time picking a very favorite one, like out of all of them, because they made a shit lot of songs. But I think my favorite one, I mean, it's kind of it could be Hearts of Iron.
That one's a good one. I think for me it would, like, if I had to pick
Either
one.
that or Wing the Stars.
That one's the funny one, but that song fucks. For me, I think
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have to pick "Fields of Verdun." I don't know that
really.
song. I like that song a lot. Or
No, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. But I didn't find it that memorable. You know.
I liked the lyrics of it a lot. The like fuck.
Father and son. Yeah, yeah. I remember.
Yeah. There was one part of it. The Fields of Verdun. Also, "Price of a Mile" is another fucking good one.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Price of My Mind is fucking good.
Yeah, they have some songs that just hit so hard. They have a very good like choice of wording for it. I have I'm not gonna lie, I have teared up listening to Sabaton songs before. That's it, I'm
It's
not
fair.
ashamed to admit
they're
that.
pretty.
Their
It's fair. They're
songs go
pretty.
hard.
Yeah, they're pretty powerful. You could say. Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, but I really fucking loved like their last album. Like that one. That one was
Yeah,
top notch shit. That like I think that one just blew out the window. Several of the past ones.
yeah. The new
I
album was
think
fucking amazing. The word I
My
know.
favorite song would have to be either Lady of the Dark or The Valley of the Dead. Those two are fucking perfect.
Stormtroopers goes so hard on the album.
Yeah,
I
Stormtroopers is is third place,
that
but
one's probably my
Lady of
favorite.
the Dark
That one's incredible.
and Valley of the Death. I think that Valley of the Death is my
Valley
favorite.
is
It's
probably like is like second favorite. Like for me, first one definitely has to be Stormtroopers, followed up by Valley of Death.
yeah, no,
Uh,
it's just it just sounds so fucking cool. It's like,
it's
not much.
they're so cool. I love Sabaton. They're such a good band. I love them.
You know, I did, like look of there one thing I don't like about Southern are their like older albums before they figured out that they wanted to go with the whole history thing. Like their early albums are kind of shit. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
They're like songs like what's it? Fucking I have a list open.
Take your time. Take your time.
Like for instance, I don't know, Speeder, Hail to the King.
I haven't heard
Uh,
these ones to be honest with you.
Burn Your Crosses. This would fucking suck. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Uh,
it took them some
they're
time to get
just
their gimmick. You know. Took some.
yeah. It took a while. Took a while. Like their first album was already on topic, but it took them a while to to decide. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Like entirely this.
Hmm.
Like there's songs that have no meaning. Generally, fucking suck.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with you because like once about history, even I remember seeing this one comment. It was like never before that I know that Van can make you feel patriotic for a nation that I'm not even a citizen of or I have no relation to.
yeah. No, I think I saw that comment as well.
Yeah, that sums up
Some
Sabaton pretty well.
yeah. In, that sums up perfectly the Carolus Rex album.
Yeah. Oh my god, that album goes so hard.
That's fucking brilliant.
I love.
There are some songs I don't know if I prefer the English or Swedish version. It's for me it would have to be a mix. Some things
Yeah.
sound better in Swedish, some in English.
Exactly. So
No,
some are better in Swedish, some are better in English.
like,
There's one song in the album like 16
one
something.
song the one song okay so easily my favorite okay so well my favorite song is probably Poltava, but the second place is the one song that wasn't translated to English. That's Ruina Imperi,
Hmm.
like right at the end. It's the one that is in Swedish in both versions. And I think it goes pretty fucking hard. It talks about the Death March, where they marched back from uh, where the fuck was it? I think Russia. They like 30,000 people froze to death.
That's
That was
fucked.
yeah.
That's
They went through Finland during winter, and storms came. It wasn't good, and it really makes you feel the dread. I think.
yeah. A lot of their songs do a good job at they capturing like some of the emotions of what they're singing about. Just quickly on the topic of this album, my favorite song on this album is probably 1648. But I just want to continue with talking for a moment. Like specifically about the emotions the songs feel. That's probably why I like Fields Ever Done so much. It has it the I don't know what about it is, but it feels very like the atmosphere is
You,
like very like
yeah,
overwhelming of sorts.
you,
It it has a very strong atmosphere to it. I
yeah,
love
no,
that song.
that's true. That's true. That's fair enough. But did you hear Father, like a recent one?
I have
It's
not yet. I should.
Father is fucking good. I don't know. You probably like. Do you ever watch like the YouTube channel Veritasium? Uh,
Uh,
it's some guy that makes science uh documentaries, I guess, kind of thing. He recently made a
heard of
video
them?
that yeah, I recently made a video. Well, not recently, but a while ago now. But he'd made a video that became really fucking famous about fucking. I think it was called Franz Haber. Uh, it's the guy that invented toxic gas.
Hmm.
Fucking mustard gas. That was used in World War One.
Yeah.
And and just a few months later, Sabaton made a song about it. It's called Father, and I think that one is fucking good. I
I'll be sure to
really
check
do
it out.
recommend. They didn't release it in an album. It's still it's in an EP,
Hmm.
so it's the only new song in the EP.
Will be the
But
first thing I listen to
fucking
after
it's
we finish
fucking
recording.
brilliant.
I'll be sure to
It's
give it
fucking
a
brilliant.
listen. I don't know why I haven't listened to it yet. I have no excuses for why I haven't listened to it yet.
There is also another new one. It's good. I don't like it as much. It's called First Soldier. It's
Hmm.
good. I mean, I'd struggle to name a song that fucking sucked in the recent ones. But it really didn't impress me particularly.
I
Maybe
think
maybe because it was French. You know
out
the
of
guy
out
they're
of
talking about.
it could be. I think out of the recent songs, like on the last album, fucking amazing. There's just one song I didn't like, which was I think it was Dreadnoughts. I don't know why. The song is good. The song is good. It's still Sabaton, so it's still gonna be a good song. It's I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of that one song.
Okay, so just quickly after we begin, I'm gonna send you Father, and then the song they made, Sabaton made with fucking Joachim made with Nan War, because
All right.
it effectively it's for all intended purposes it sounds exactly like a Sabaton song. Like I would if I didn't know the context and it made me listen to it, I wouldn't have noticed that it wasn't a Sabaton song. A really good, it's a really close parody, you could say.
There's one band, Grail Knights, where Sabaton, well, Joakim did a collab with them. Their whole like shtick is like superheroes and stuff. The song that he took part in was like it was called like Pumping Iron Power, and some about him getting like buffed with shit. It's really funny. Let me find it. Pumping Iron Power.
One thing I really like about like I mean again I'm not really a live performance kind of guy, but watching like Sabaton videos is kind of funny because of I don't know, fucking Joachim just takes this weird stance with his feet and just keeps walking around the fucking set with his legs spread open. And it's fucking
He
funny. I don't
asserting
know
his
why.
dominance.
Yeah, and that sometimes he puts his feet over some I don't know, some stereo or something, and he just keeps singing that position. It's so fucking. I don't know why it makes me laugh, but
He has a lot of high energy poses whenever he's like from the bits I've seen of him on stage. Yeah,
I don't know why
Joachim is a
it's
gift.
so funny. But I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it is.
I love that guy. He's great. Yoki's great. I think we're getting to about what like 1 hour 15 minutes. I think would you
Yeah, I
be
think
cool
that.
with ending like the ending here?
Yeah, we could end on that note. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the ending note, TLDR of everything we said this entire videos. Yokim is a gift. Yeah, thank you
okay.
for coming on to the podcast today.
Yeah, sure. I mean, anytime.
Uh,
I'm not exactly an authority on music, so
yeah,
yeah, sure.
neither am I.
I don't exactly have any, credentials to be here. I'm a fucking programmer. I don't know shit about music.
Neither do
Everything
I. I animate.
every time I try to, even try to pick up anything like artistic in nature, like fucking music or fucking drawing, I made some things that would fucking make you shiver. All right. Uh,
Well,
the only artistic thing I'm remotely good at is writing, I guess, but uh, I don't think it's really comparable
listen,
to.
I think you did really good. Like I really enjoyed hearing you talk about like like Nino Steel and like explaining the like the Italian joke songs. That was cool. I think you provided a unique like perspective of stuff that I couldn't have seen because well I'm not Italian, so it was cool and I really
Oh,
appreciated
yeah.
having you on. I'm gonna stop the recording now. Uh,
Okay, bye.